friends, welcome back to my channel. So, have you ever thought your color, your techniques, everything is right in your painting, but still the painting doesn't look right? Have you ever thought that way? And your colors, your brushwork, everything is right in their place, but still you feel like something is missing in your painting. Yes, that is what called composition. So like how things are placed in your painting does play a big role how it looks. So today we will learn about composition. I know this is a tough word, tough like to learn also. It is not like you are born with it. You have to look the things in such a way that and also put in paper in such places that it will look good to the viewer's eye. So let's learn about that. What is composition? So before that, so I have drawn some of the composition, like just to like finalize like which composition I will show in the video. So these are some of the composition I tried. So we will maybe go through 5 or 6 composition types. I will start first with the rule of third. Yes, rule of third. It is, I think everybody knows that already because that is the basics of all the compositions, and in photography and videography, everywhere this is used. So this is a universal rule of third kind of thing, but we definitely used in art also. So first, let's do some sketches. So today, in the video, I will not do any full painting. I will be focusing on composition only. So I will be doing sketches. So first, I will draw out a few of the composition types. So first one is rule of third. So like, just pardon my handwriting, but yes. So we will focusing on sketches. It is not perfect sketches. It is just rough sketches. So no like worries on that, or no nothing tough we are doing. We're just doing sketches. You can also practice with me while I am doing. So I will close this now, maybe for reference of uh, the name of composition. I can refer that, but let that be inside. So I can close that because that is creating some like problem in the video. Yes, let's do it. So rule of third means sometimes what happens, you see a object and you try to place it directly in the center. So sometimes you place this way, and what happens, there is equal amount of empty space both the ways. So it looks like the painting could have been like could be like incomplete, or it is not interesting to the viewer's eye. So to tackle that, sometimes instead of placing the subject in the middle, we can place the subject in the side, like this side or this side, or sometimes we can also place this side, or like we can start the painting in the rule of third. So suppose this could be the horizon. Like you can imagine this is a seascape. So this could be the like horizon where the sun is setting, and this is the part where we will do the painting, and this is mostly will be maybe empty, or maybe some people are walking or something like that. But so there are like these points and these points are crucial. So we can place some of the important uh, like subject for the painting here. So let me put, maybe I'll just do it in a color thing. So if we are doing a tree, suppose, so we can place it this side or this side, or may, so I will not put it this side because you will get confused. So suppose this side we have placed our important subject, like the subject, the focal point of the painting, and this side we may do some other things, and maybe some small things we can have it here. So maybe something like this, and then the painting will tell a story, and the viewer's eye will go to this space directly. So that is what we do for rule of third. So you can place anywhere on the rule of third. So what I have observed, like I have also uh, like mm, researched on the internet. So people say, first of all, the eye goes to this quadrant first, like this point first, then this point, and then these 2 points. So you can place your subject accordingly, but if it is just off center, it looks interesting to the viewer's eye, and also it draws the viewer to that focal point. So be mindful of that. So and you have also seen golden ratio, right? That is also something similar to this. I can draw a small sketch, but I find rule of third a bit complex. So that is just uh in I am drawing it wrong. So that is, so rule of third is the natural version of the golden ratio. So some, I think it is, it goes like this, then something like this. So I am forgetting that picture, but so this one is the golden ratio. So I made some mistake. So you go like this, then you this, then this. So it is also, so you can place your subject here, or if you are doing like this, you can place your subject this side. So this rule of third is kind of a natural and easier version for like golden ratio. But earlier painters, the master painters, they used to follow golden ratio like most of the time. That's, I think, nowadays we have just simplified it to rule of third, and that is kind of easier for us to capture. So that is why I just went ahead with this. And let's do the second one, which is the S curve. So this is also an interesting one. Sorry, my lines are crooked, but my intention are right. So S curve. So here also you can use both the things together, but so suppose like it works like a grid, this rule of third. So it actually simplifies your things. So S curve means you are drawing the attention of viewer to a particular focal. So suppose here I can start. So it is, S curve means like S curve, right? So it is just road leading to some maybe mountains, and this is the, maybe we can have a house here. So automatically this will lead the viewer to here. Maybe we can place it in the rule of third, like point, focal point. This is interesting. Then this is curve like this, like this. Yes. So S curve is like you can find if something like road is going like zigzag. So there you can use this composition option. Uh, this is quite interesting. Mostly on day to day life, it is difficult to find this kind of view to actually paint. If you are going in a countryside somewhere far from city life, then it'll be easier to find this kind of views. So try whenever you go that side, try to find something like this, and you can use this composition style there. Then let's do the S curve. So I can talk about balance. So balance is kind of a, so first let me do it two options side by side for balance and unbalanced. Okay, I will so suppose this is R1 and this is another box. So here let's place a tree here. Tick, 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 tick. See? And then if we don't place anything, it is kind of like empty spaces there. It may still look good, but it is like still the user, the sorry, not the user, the viewer might think something is missing, and they will be like focused on the tree. But yes, this can also work depending on the focal point what you have done in your painting. But there's a way to balance this. So you see, like, it is, so balancing doesn't mean that you have to balance like everything symmetrically. Suppose I have this hand and I am placing this hand, so right now this is kind of a balance, but does it look interesting? No, right? So that is why we don't need to so suppose I am making it here, an example. So if I draw a tree here, then a tree here, so it is quite, I don't know, it looks like a eye, but it doesn't look interesting, right? It is completely balanced, but what is missing, like it still doesn't work that way. So balancing does not mean you have to balance entirely, but you can do such things like which will help. So maybe you can add small trees to this side, some interesting subject, maybe some human here. Uh, so some shadows like this, that that makes your painting interesting. So always try to put don't like balance symmetrically. I would like that to avoid, because um like when everything is symmetrically balanced, we don't like, it is kind of a monotonous, like we see a tree here and we see a tree here. I can so if I add a maybe house, it looks little better. But if we had more tree here, so like we have to experiment. But still I think this is like overly done for this composition. So try to avoid this kind of composition. You just kind of balance with asymmetrically, and so key so that it will be interesting for the viewer's eye. So that is about balance, unbalanced, the unbalance, balance. So just try out different from different pictures, and you will get to know like what is balance, unbalance. Let's do the other one. So I will be talking about the third one. So this is the third one. So I'll be talking about some of the frame types. So what we see, most of the time when we go out, we see lots of objects, right? It is difficult to find a focal point, and it is difficult to find a frame for that. So for that, I have found like two options. Maybe like one is frame, and another is U frame. So these two, you can use it mostly in the landscape, also cityscapes, that can be used. So suppose these can be buildings, right? Like some monotonous, like simple buildings with lots of windows. So you don't do all the windows up, like obviously, and this can be some shadows. So you get a U shape, and then you do a like focal point. It could be a church, masjid, or a temple. So anything can be there, or maybe a beautiful house. So I'm just doing a dome with some building, then structure, maybe a door, so some windows, so something like this. So maybe this can go here, and you do some humans walking, so something like this. It is quite easy, like you see something and you see through that. So it is kind of a frame, but it is also help you to compose your painting in a better way. So similarly, this I can maybe think of as trees. So this can be a tree, and this can be the shadow of that tree. Then this can be the mountain, something like this, and the mountain you want to highlight. So I think this is it. So this is L shape, and this is U shape. This too you can find it easily on streets, like streetscape, landscape, etc. But the last one what we are going to do is pyramid or triangle. Pyramid, triangle. Yes, so this is as you know, like triangle is the most stable shapes of all, like if you compare it with all the, like maybe square, hexagon, circle, from them triangle is the most stable of them. So whenever you are composing in this option, so maybe this can be used for a mountain, or maybe some structure. So this is kind of a building, then this building is coming like this, and this, so something like this, or maybe people, so people standing, so like this. So I think people standing is making sense. So I will just darken this. So maybe this is a father and their two children. So you see that triangle. So that is what it is, the most stable. And if you want a grounded and calm feeling to your painting, then you can use this pyramid. Maybe this can also come down. So what I have done, I have added some line, but you can like also bring it down, maybe, so something like this. Maybe this can also be trees. 3 trees, right? So trees. Hmm, cool. So this is kind of most stable composition of all you can use, because in all the other we have used that um, off center approach, but here it is kind of center but not center. It is not a single object at center. There are some other sub subjects. So that is what, so that's why you can try it in your photos, in your paintings. Let's do some sketches. So sorry. So I will bring out my iPad. So I have not practiced anything. I will just go to Pinterest and I'll pick the picture. Quickly I'll draw the sketches just to show you how you can use it before you start putting brush. Brush. Then so let's go to Pinterest. Let's start with this. So I just spoke about L frame, right? This image can go with L shape, or this can also be for our rule of third, because this is off center. You can place it on rule of third grid, and you can place your maybe this cars on some of the places. So we can try both here maybe. So I'm drawing it in pen, like I can make some mistakes easily, but it's fine. So I just drew out, maybe it should be a rectangle, so just avoid that. So this is the grid. So maybe this this okay. Then so our main subject is on the rule of third, so you can see the entire thing. Then here maybe we can have something here or here maybe, uh, if we are thinking this as road, so this can be road. Okay, then for car maybe I will do a green color, so this can be car in some of the focal point. This can be one car, this can be another, and the viewer will first see this. They will see the cars likewise. And also if we want to put some background, we can put some backgrounds also. I can use this, so there is some background, something like this. And also let's try the other thing. So for L, so I'm doing using pencil first, just to get clarity. So I see there is some building is there, and also road is there. So I'll just put this building, then the road, and then the main thing comes. Then we have something like this, something like this, then this. So I can do this building with some warm color maybe. So this can be the uh, then we can use this. So this is just random colors I am putting just to let you know what composition I am using. So two composition type I have applied in one photograph. So this is kind of U frame what I see, and also rule of third. So these things, and here these things. Okay, then this is the road. So you make a U kind of thing, then the temple, then this is the main temple. So you see this comes in rule of third kind of place, and this is that U. So this is kind of a U composition. So I'll just darken the temple side. So in this cases, what you can make, do a thing, this mid part to stand out, maybe this some color variation here and the value difference. So these can be maybe darker or not, and you see there is a light and there is a shadow in this. So what you see, I have completely removed this because this is creating noise in this painting and there is lot of things going on. So we don't want that. If you want this has to be there in the painting, just make a lighter part of that, but you just try to avoid. So this is kind of a L frame. So let's maybe do this. Uh, 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 uh. So small sketches. Before you start painting, just small sketches really helps. Like it does not have to be great. You are seeing my sketches, right? So it doesn't have to be great. It just composition, just outline. So before you do, like you're building a house, right? Architects, they build a house. Before that they draw on paper, then they build a house. If you start building a house directly, then definitely it is going to break. So that is why just before painting, this is very important step. Whether you are a beginner or you are like pro, I would really think like you just sketch out. Maybe pro artist, they know everything, like they have done it maybe millions of time. After that they have become pro. So yes, don't compare with the pro artist, they can do it, but we still need to practice, right? We are not pro yet. So this is what, uh, so maybe I'll just focus on our church or something. I don't know what is this, but this is something very interesting subject. Like this, like this, then you do this, the- I think we, even this baby's picture what you see, this is off center, this is not centered, but I will not do that. Okay, this is a nice photograph. So what you see there, So you see, this is kind of one side, this is kind of rule of third. They have done this. I will just do it instead of explaining. It is always good to do it. I think this is also a nice one. Mm-mm. So I see. So so this building is coming something like this. So it is two-third of the paper, like the frame is covered with the building, and then you have some water. Maybe this I can extend. See, while you're drawing also, you can change the composition. You don't need to follow exact like the photograph. You can adjust it, you can make any changes. So maybe this boat can be one of the focal point, and this is just going out of place. It is just outside. Then this is the light one. So something like this. Yes. So I will just highlight what are the part I want to highlight in this painting. Maybe this can be the darker because this is closer to the viewer's eye. So this can be uh, dark, and then this part, then this part. So there is small things. Then this will be very light. The building will be very light because the light is falling here. So like this. So you have to practice like maybe a lot, and then you paint. Maybe you can change the style, composition, whatever we have discussed. You can try different kind of approaches. Let's do something. And this is a painting, or is this a painting? I don't know. But this is a good example of rule of third again. Or I think rule of third we have done so many times already. Let's look for something balanced. This is also rule of third. I think this will go with the balance approach. So we have some house. So first I will like two-third of it I will give it to house and all those things, and this is the foreground and this is the background kind of thing. So let's add something like this. This is kind of off center, but to maybe just, so this tree is kind of balancing, like it is not a fully functional like fully tree. It is, the leaves have been dried out, and this is a snowscape. So you can see like this can be dark, this can be dark, and this is a tree. So you are balancing the composition like that. So here another example of balance. So so this is a landscape, like simple landscape. Again, what you see, like two-third of the picture has been like the main focal point and all those things. So this is the house. and then we have some green this side, then this side also some greens and some backgrounds. So like this we can balance. Then this, so I'll just save it, maybe I'll do a video on this. So this is a quite interesting subject what I see here. So uh, so what do you see? The focal point is kind of this window which is coming in the rule of third grade, and we also have a shadow falling it here. So this is quite interesting. You can definitely try this. So this is, it is kind of a good composition, I say, interesting one. So you can try it out. I'll just save it. And this one is also very interesting, light and shadow. Even this one, what you see here, kind of interesting, like the light is falling and everything is in the two-third, the main subject focal. Here also similarly. So so like this you can just try it out, and here also kind of it is focusing on this side. Maybe we can have some empty space this side instead of that side. uh, Here also it is kind of a balance. Like this is a good example of balance, I would say, for still life. This is also a good balance. You can try out all this. Maybe I'll do this one quick sketch of this. So first, so like don't judge my sketch. Now I am actually not focusing on sketch that much today, so I am just focusing on the composition, how we can build this uh, like better, we can make we can become stronger in composition. So this is it, like you are balancing your composition. This is also similarly what we have, but you can see like this is two, kind of one third of this cloth is present. Yes, I think we are done for today. Now I am also like kind of need a break. So see you in the next one, and we will be concluding the series in the next one. So please join me, and after this 25 days of learning, I will be doing individual maybe demos. I will try out some art material for you, and we will learn together here in on YouTube. Let's meet in the next videos. Thank you for learning with me. See you.